here we go. The NBA Finals continue here on 2K Sports. Sacramento leading by 5. On the court right now for the Celtics. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And here now a list of the players who have had the hottest hand in the playoffs. Third is Jason Tatum.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively. He's really carried them at that end.
Sacramento shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. It's both from the stripe. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Outside, Brown lets it go from deep. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And he gets it to go. He's got 17.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Picked by Sabonis. He passes to Sabonis. Here's P. 17 points in the game. Knocks down the triple.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. Outside, Brown. The wide open shot is on the money. 9 points in the game.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Brown with some nice D.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Tatum passes to White. Here's Pritchard. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Green.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Green, a screen. P passes to Green. White on the wing, beyond the arc. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. White's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Green, a screen. P. And the jumper falls for him. He's got 9 points here in the 2nd half.
Good, solid start to the half. 3 out of 4.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. George, he's checked in for Ellis. And the Celtics also making a change. Drew Holiday's checked in for White. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Here's Porzingis. KT wrecks the rim.
Well, you'll see teams try to bump Porzingis around. Didn't work that time.
Here's P. He's got 22 to the inside. Outside for Green. Pass to George. Here's P. The 3-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 5. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Now Porzingis. Holiday. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
No good. For Boston, they've gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. That ties it up. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Timeout call, Sacramento. Sacramento with some changes. LaRavia comes in for Sabonis, and it's Trent in for Green. Cadiz checked in for Boston. Gay comes in for Jason Tatum. Took the opportunity when he saw it. He's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from Rain.
Second team foul.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside, Brown. Pass to Queta. Outside, Holiday. 6 to shoot. Here's Pritchard. Jacks up with 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Trent, the pass to P. Pass to LaRavia. Shot is up. Gets a very good look and converts. LaRavia's gotten his first basket of the night.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found it. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
It's Pritchard. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. P, no good. Oh, they get a hand on it. Pass to George. Shoots over Brown. George, no good. Holiday taking his time here. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Sacramento on top, up by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Pritchard comes in for Drew Holiday.
Put your hands together for your 916 Crew Dance Team.
The Kings have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. We've got Domantas Sabonis. Gary Trent is out there with George. And it's P in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Boston pulls it in.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Pass to Pritchard. Outside Jones. Here's Gay. 5 on the clock. Here's Pritchard over Trent. Gay. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
The Kings trailing. Here's P. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And Sacramento with some changes. Green's checked in for LaRavia. DeMar DeRozan comes in for George. And Ellis is subbed in for Trent. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
And Allie, thanks. The Kings have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Here's P. Green, a screen. And P gets it to go.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside White. Pass to Brown. Porzingis with a screen on DeRozan. And here's Brown for 3. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Shooting for Sacramento. Number 5. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
The Celtics have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. It's stolen by Green. Back come the Kings in transition. Here's P. Outside, Green. Here's P. That three's off the mark.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Tatum finds Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
Well, you see the trust they have in Porzingis. Timely basket.
Hook loose. Green, the pass to P. There's a minute 17 left in the fourth quarter. Nails it from 3.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting lead. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Tatum against Green. Tatum passes to Porzingis.
Yeah, and when healthy, Porzingis is still a very effective player and an important part to his team's success.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for us.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight. There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Pass to Porzingis. White with it. Tatum from long range. And he buries it. Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied.
Well, in clutch time, this team knows who to go to. Tatum is ready to be that guy
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he's able to hit the second one, and that gives him a lead.
Well, the miss is unfortunate, but he still manages to put them ahead. Barely.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
We've got 28 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Pritchard to take the lead. Ellis with a rebound. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Good on the first, and that'll put them up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Boston, no good that time either. From deep, no good. And so it's Sacramento with the W. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to none now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
That concludes Game 2 of the NBA Finals. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
MP sneaking up on Steph Curry as the GOAT shooter. Woo! We really needed that one. These fans make a lot of noise. Let's quiet them down. We've got the momentum. Let's keep it going.
We hope to see you again at another Celtics game. So visit us online or ticket booth or availability of any future game.
Be sure to come out to a recording conference. With this 10,000 fans will receive their very own Celtics Net Team T-shirt. A fun way to show off how much you love the Celtics. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Celtics along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. The National Basketball Association and the Boston Celtics are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures.
Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Sacramento Kings come into Game 3 up 2 games to none. Will their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory? The scenery changes to hostile ground. as they face off against the Celtics. The NBA postseason coming up next.
A 2-0 start to the finals. Things could change direction here in Game 3. 2K Sports brings you NBA playoff action. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now Sacramento starting 5. They've got Sabonis. Ellis is out there with P. And it's DeRozan. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. And for the Celtics. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. The guards are Pritchard and White. And it's Porzingis in at center. You look at Sacramento. Taking care of business, Greg, in these NBA Finals. A win here tonight would almost guarantee them the title.
Yeah, I mean, they held home court in the first 2 games, but in this one, they'll face a hostile crowd and a team with its back up against the wall. They're going to have to match that intensity if they're going to take complete control and go up 3-0.
It is going to be some scene here tonight. Now, here's Tatum. 6 to shoot. Great D that time from Green. And it's Sacramento's ball. They are clearly on a special postseason run. One you can certainly call historic at this point, as they've won now all 14 of their games coming into this Game 3 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, they've swept 3 teams to get to the finals and are now just 2 wins away from completing a perfect postseason and hoisting the Larry O'Brien. You know, Kevin, a full 16-game sweep of the playoffs sounds kind of sweet, doesn't it? Do you call that a Sweet 16? I don't think it's ever been done.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
The Celtics have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Brown wide open. He fires. Boston again missing.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Sabonis' screen on Brown. He passes to Sabonis. Tatum at the elbow. And the dunk by Tatum.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
Green, the screen. It's up a 3. And the 3 is knocked down. Deep ball good and a nice shot from P.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's P. He's covered by Brown. Ellis outside. Here's P. Nice spin off the left rim and in. P's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Back to Brown. Connects from 3-point range.
Well, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
And another 3 for Sacramento.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. And when I asked him about the challenges his team will face going up against DeMar DeRozan, Coach said it doesn't matter what kind of defense you throw at him. DeMar is so good getting to his comfort zones and knocking down shots. What people don't realize is how good of a playmaker he is. Kevin, a tall task to slow him down.
Thanks so much, David. And Sacramento has possession after Jaylen Brown's miss.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Back to Tatum. Brown outside. Here's the screen. Pass to Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Pritchard's got 5.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. So both teams making some changes here. We got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. On the court for Sacramento, we've got Green. He out there with Gary Trent. Then it's Sabonis, and it's George, and at the 3, the small forward. Tries the spin move. Here's Pritchard. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, to me, the infectiousness with which Draymond Green plays, it impacts everyone around him. I love that.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Boston.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
And hadn't had great success at the line, but Green certainly works on his game from there.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
The Kings trail by 3. He passes to Trent. From past the arc. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. They come off the loss on Friday.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
Here's P. 13 points in the game. Back to Sabonis. Trent outside. That falls. Nice speed that time from Sabonis. Trent's got it all tied up now for the Kings. For Boston, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Queta, the pass to Porzingis. No good with the wing jumper.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent, Justin. You want to command the defender's respect.
Boston shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
It's good from long range.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hi, Kevin. Well, P in the last game against Boston put on a show. He dropped in 38 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. You're looking to follow that up tonight, guys.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Gaze checked in, and it's Brown in for Jason Tatum. Sacramento also making some changes. Arabia's checked in, and DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Paul George. Here's P. He's got 16. Sacramento again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
White, good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Kings trail by 3. Pass to Arabia. Outside DeRozan. Here's P. From downtown. It's hauled in by Brown.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Ellis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Here's Porzingis off target with the jump hook. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 3. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
34. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like taking a look at the situation for the Sacramento Kings. Winning the first 2 games of the finals, one more win tonight, and they'd practically taste the championship.
Going up 3 games to none, they'd be able to smell it, taste it, hear it, see it, and smell it.
Big fella, you said smell it twice, so the sense you're missing was touch.
Careful, Kenny. He might have to touch you up. That is more than enough of us.
And it's time for more of the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. What a time of year. A fantastic game from P in this one.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
The guards are Pritchard and White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Well, the three-point shooting of Kristaps Porzingis is so prolific. You've got to guard him out there.
He passes to Ellis. Fires the 3, and he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from P. P's got 19 points.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
He no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. He with the bucket.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Boston leading by 4. Porzingis with a screen on Ellis. White against Ellis, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Exactly what good offensive players do. Lean into that defender. A level of physicality puts you at the free throw line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Kings trail by 6. It's stolen by White. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Pritchard. And another miss by Boston.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4.
He no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And White, the bucket on the assist by Tatum. White's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston. From the arc. And down it goes. Three-pointer falls in from P. P's got 9 points now in the quarter. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Drew Holiday is checked in for the Celtics. And a change for Sacramento. George is checked in for Ellis. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Tatum draws the double. Pritchard passes to Holiday. Over George. The shot by Holiday, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Here's P. And a Fine roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And now it's just a 4-point Boston lead. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. 1:46 left here in the third quarter. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. There's Brown with the 3. Rebound by the Kings. Here's P. He's got 27. Shoots. No good on the shot. Brown with it. Sabonis defending. It's to Holiday. Out to the right wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Boston again missing. The Kings trail by 4. Here's P. Buries the long-range jumper. P's got 30.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Tatum. 9 points in the game so far. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Porzingis with a screen on Green. The 3 from Tatum. Here's Porzingis. Takes it off the glass. Porzingis has got 11.
Well, you want Kristaps Porzingis to insert himself off the rebounding aspect. Go to the offensive board and cash in.
Here's P. 30 points in the game. Brown outside. To the inside. Tatum. Comes up empty down low.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
George passes to P. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Brown inside. Here's Tatum. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Celtics out in front, up by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of...
He's checked in for Drew Holiday. P, he's checked in for the Kings. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Celtics leading by 4 on the court for Sacramento. Be out there with Gary Trent. Then it's Sabonis. Then it's George. And it's LaRavia in at the power forward position. From 13, it's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Sabonis a screen on Jones. He from outside off the mark. Austin's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. And the basket by Jones.
Look at Tyus Jones' career numbers, folks. He doesn't take a bunch of threes, but he does shoot a great percentage from 3.
Takes a 3. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from P.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Tatum no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's P. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to White. Porzingis with the ball, defended by Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock, and it's sent back by Sabonis.
Improving on the defensive end as well. Domantas Sabonis getting tenacious there with the block shot.
Outside Tatum. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Green with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
The 3 from Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's P. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And really, just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving 3?
Tatum against Green. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Pocket 6. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. A shake. Tries yet again. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Well, Jason Tatum forces that defender with the up fake to get off his feet, and he does a tremendous job drawing contact.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
The score now all even. He's got 42 in the game.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
You know, he doesn't let that opportunity slip by. Buries some big shots at the line.
He no good. Boston's gone to 3-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Pritchard passes to White. Green against Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for White. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
So to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Here's Tatum. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And Sabonis pulls it down. 29 seconds left in the game. Screen by Sabonis. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Seconds left to play in the final quarter. Green against Tatum. Yes!
Yeah, great body control, and no one was around on defense to contest.
Timeout, Kings. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Here's P. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. Things were looking bleak for him, obviously, coming into this game. But with tonight's win, Greg, they are right back in it.
And that's the fight this team has. That they don't care what the odds are. They are going to keep battling. And suddenly, we got a series on our hands.
We sure do. Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
MP has put himself among the greats this season. A lot of basketball left to play. Yeah, we lost last game, but if we win tonight, we got this series.